Hi everyone. So I'm back. Sorry about the hiatus. Today I want to talk about technology that fails. I mean, technology serves us very well, but when it fails, it can really cause us a lot of grief. And it's part of the reason why I've been offline for a little while. I handle a lot of video, and as a result, I have strategies by which to handle it. And one of them is a RAID box up there, an 8 terabyte G-RAID system. That's been running for close to 5 years now, non-stop. It's worked its little heart out. And I'd have to say that I've been very lucky with the reliability of that particular unit. And funny as it might seem, I am very conscious of making sure all of my video projects are usually backed up, and it's very rare that I've been caught out, but you wouldn't read about it today, not today. This whole scenario caught me out. As a result of the lockdown, I had a number of projects that were stored on that drive, as well as other drives, and I was, because income is down, I've had to reduce my costs, and so I didn't have the amount of hard drives for backup that I normally would. So I was literally moving projects around and so forth. And in this instance, very rare instance, but it coincided with a very bad situation, I had a project that was not backed up on a secondary drive, and it was sitting on that RAID there. So there's more to the story, so I want to explain this. So, and thus the reason for the title of this video, Larry Jordan Saved My Butt. I have always been a person that likes to learn new technologies, learn about what's going on in different industries, especially the industry I'm working in, and as such, I tend to read a lot of different journals and newsletters, and I go to websites and so forth. So there's a particular newsletter that I subscribe to, and it comes in every couple of weeks, and it's from Larry Jordan. Now, Larry is a stalwart in the video and audio production industry in Los Angeles. He's been around a long time, and he puts out a newsletter. And what's unique about this newsletter is that it gives you information about trends and changes that are happening in the video production world. But it doesn't just cover things like cameras and editing software and the like. It will be sometimes some obscure things. And in this case, there was in one of his newsletters, there was a particular piece about a new, well, I don't know if that's new, but a piece of software that he learned about, and he was passing the information on. Now, I'll show you that particular, I'll just see if I can find the graphics. Here we go. So this is Larry's newsletter. I'll just close that for a moment. From March the 22nd. And he mentions, I've got to find it here. Here we go. A company called Binary Fruit. And he says, one of my readers called my attention to DriveDX, developed by Binary Fruit. So I went to the website. I'll come back to that. I just want to make a comment about the newsletter. I would like to suggest that if you're really interested in audio-visual trends, that you subscribe to Larry. And by the way, Larry has phenomenal training videos. I only use two companies for my training, in respect to training me. Larry and Ripple Training. Both of them are phenomenal. But the thing about Larry that's unique is that Larry covers both Adobe and Apple software, such as Final Cut Pro and Motion. And he covers both in details. So, yeah, I would highly recommend him to you without any reservation. I've been following Larry for many years. So there you go. So anyway, let's go to the so DriveDX. We'll do a search, and there it is, binary fruit, and up it comes. Whoops, here we go. So this is the website I went to, and I read. There's a lot of information here. In a nutshell, what this software does, it monitors your drives and will give you a report about the condition of them. And it's fairly unique in that it's not just reading activity on the drive. It's reading things like bearing health, vibration, all sorts of mechanical things. And they claim, and what I'm about to tell you, I think it bears out, that it can give you a very reliable report on just where your hard drive is. So I'll just go Pi now and we'll just have a look. So that's right. So personal license. I actually paid for the family license. I got that. So yeah, it's what, $39 US. It's reasonably cheap, and let me show you now how it works, what it does. So it's obviously not running at the moment for some reason. Oh, I know why. I had to shut down. My apologies about this. DriveDX, and here it is. So now here's an example. So this is one of my this is a drive. This is one of my old G-Roads. So that's actually that particular secondary drive over there. And as you can see, it's okay. It's average, the overall health rating, but it's indicating that there may be a problem. It's starting to wear out. And again, that particular unit's also about 5 or 6 years old. And so what I'm going to do is show you. So hang on, let me show you. So let's go to some Macintosh. There's my, there you go. That's my internal drive in perfect health, not a problem. But let me show you the report that I had. And this is the one that came up that alerted me to the fact that there was a problem with that drive. Look, failing. And as soon as I got that, I thought, oh my God. So I went in and I had managed to move a number of projects, but this one major project that I had for a particular client, which was still ongoing, every time I tried to copy it, it failed. And I was starting to panic because I didn't have a copy. So what I did then was to take the drives out, like this, which you can do. Okay, and as you can see, these drives are okay, and I ran them via another piece of software through the old Win box there. So that's a PC. It runs an i5 with Windows 10, but the main reason for that machine is to run a piece of DOS software called SpinRite, made by Steve Gibson, and it's one of the best repair. If you've got data and if it can be retrieved, SpinRite will get it. If it can't, that means your drive's dead. And in this instance, the top drive passed, but the second drive, this drive here, unfortunately failed. SpinRite just kept spinning it out and telling me there was a major issue with it. So as a result, what have I done now? Whoops. Here we go. As a result, I've made the decision that those two drives are dead. So what did I do? I fired up Final Cut Pro and I thought, I had a bit of a brainwave. I thought, maybe if I load the project, I might be able to get the bulk of the project and then I can replace the videos that's non-readable. And sure enough, that's what happened. When I opened up Final Cut Pro and loaded the project off there, it loaded everything. And don't forget, when you're opening an editing program like Premiere or Final Cut like I use, it's a set of instructions on how to handle a video. So there was fortunately the information that was stored to tell the drive, to tell the project what was required. It was all there, and I could load it. And there was one video file that could not be read. It was obviously corrupted because the drive was on its way out. So I then re-saved that project as a brand new library, and on another drive, and then opened that drive. I went in, checked what that particular number of that file was for the video, because I always keep, so the way I work, when I work on a project, I will get the camera files, I will copy those files onto 2 drives straight off. One will be a working drive and one will be an archive drive. I then create a third project using those files as a Final Cut Pro library. So I had the original file, so I just went to the archive, grabbed that particular, I could tell what number it was, grabbed that file, re-imported it back into the project, and hey presto, everything came back to life. That project was good, and it was now stored on another hard drive. I then I then back it up, and I'm now back in business. So, and while we're at it, let me show you, just to go back to Steve Gibson, and grc.com is the website. So grc.com is where you need to go to learn about SpinRite. I highly recommend it. It is the only piece of software that I know of that will be your last possible chance of getting your data back from a damaged drive. Strongly recommend it. And it's in redevelopment at the moment, and sometime in the future you will be able to run it on Macs and on non-DOS machines and so forth. But yeah, highly recommend it. I think that'll do for the moment. I might do another, I'll do another video coming shortly to show you how I test these drives using the SpinRite software. But for the time being, I think this will do.